Okay, welcome everyone, and today in this video I'm going to do a character review specifically on SR today. So before I'm going to talk about the character, first of all, the thing that I must tell you is that I'm not gonna compare the SR to the SSR. It's more the style of it, yes, but the stats, the ability, no, it's not, because like SSR is SSR. And also I'm not gonna try any of this SR. I'm just gonna talk about reviewing at least on what I see and what I read upon for SR that I'm going to talk about. Also, I'm gonna talk about the SR that I currently have, and I'm gonna talk about it on if kind of like what I don't have basically. So for now, I'm just gonna do a review on what I have. I'm just gonna review today two characters, just like the usual that I did. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Also, what I want to say too is that I don't think that what I mean is that, like, I'm not gonna talk about the memory of the SR. I'm just gonna talk about the SSR. I mean, like the SR character only. So yeah, because I don't want to combine the SR and Memoria thing due to the fact that SR is an SR. So yeah, I guess that's it. So I will just jump right into it. So for today, I guess I'm just gonna talk about Farah, and you know what? I'm gonna choose Kyle. So yeah, we're gonna do Kyle and Farah today and see my opinion on both of the characters. So yeah, let's talk about Kyle first, and let's see. So the stats was definitely gonna be low, whatever, this is just only level 1. But it is what it is, cause like this is the SR character, so the stats is gonna relatively be low. So yeah, and maybe the reason why you want to use an SR, either you like the character or you just kind of like to fill a slot in elemental team. So yeah, kind of like that. So we're gonna talk about Kyle first, Innocent Swordsman. So I'm gonna rate the character between 1 to 10, but the thing is that like as an SR, so I'm not gonna combine that rating with the SSR, just 1 to 10 to compare with other SR, at least in my opinion. But one thing that for sure is that, like, I do think that if you want to use, for example, Kyle, I really recommend you to just combine all of his memoria that you have to him, so he can keep up with the other SSR character. So I think you should do that. So yeah. Alright, let's talk about the character. This is her full awaken, lifelong yearning, 8% max HP to all allies, and +3 to the OL gauge of win allies when R test is used. Really, it's not that bad, I guess. This is still significant due to the fact that it's a party-wide buff without kind of like restriction on element. So no, it's restricted, at least the 8% is not, but the OL gauge for win only. So yeah, now take a look at his skills. Normal attack hits 1 times, fall tick hits 2 times. Also, you have 30% chance to cast weak to on one enemy for 2 turns, and Sonic Blast is only a bit stick, hits 2 times. This is definitely a damager, 100%, and also a debuffer as well. It's not the worst thing possible, but like the cooldown was low though. Yeah, I can say this is it's not that bad of a SR, honestly. Like when I look at this, cause like sometimes the SR is just useless and really bad skills, but this one actually not really. So yeah, cause some of the SR that I actually checked, it's actually have kind of like a pretty decent ability. That's why I kind of want to make this kind of video, so just to show you that if this actually good or not. I mean, like, it's not that bad, but I really recommend you to combine the awaken, so you use this memoria. I really recommend you to do that due to the fact that to increase the stats of everyone. I mean, like, not everyone, I mean, like, for himself, so he can keep up with the SSR, so all of these skills will hit harder. So yeah, it's not that bad. It could be worse, and the cooldown was not that bad either. If you hit this weak, then I mean like the debuff, he basically have only one turn cooldown, essentially. So it's not the worst thing possible. It's not bad in a way. So for an SR, I can rate him possibly 8. Nothing too high, cause like I think it could be much better if this guy have kind of like double cooldown too. Then this actually will be pretty decent. At least just either for debuffer only or just a slot to win element. This is not bad for it. So yeah, it's not the worst thing possible. Now let's take a look for the other character, Farah. So this is the last character that I'm going to talk about today. Farah, the stats, I'm just gonna skip the stats due to the fact that just like I said, the stats is pretty weak. So I'm just gonna look at her as perspective on at least on her skills only. So yeah. Full awaken skills, no problem. HP of martial arts types allies restored by 11% when a wave starts. That's actually not that bad, especially for an SR, because you may or may not be able to full awaken this anytime soon. If you, do summoning a lot, this is not that bad. Normal attack, it's 2 times, not that bad, and she can restore 20% of HP to one ally. I think this can increase if you increase the level, which is not that bad as well. And the Lion Howl can actually do debuff to your opponent. This is actually not that bad, honestly. As a support, and a slot for Earth will be pretty decent, and a slot for if you want to make a certain martial arts team or just like a fist team, then it's actually not that bad if you don't have any room for if you don't have a room for an SSR, but like you want to create a fist team. She actually not that bad as a support. She can debuff, she can heal, and most likely you have possibility to full awaken her, so you kind of like not waste too much when you give kind of like put your items into her. It's not that bad, honestly. Wow, I actually kind of surprised. I never thought about this, but like this is not that bad at all. This is if I must rate her, it's possibly 9 out of 10. At least for a support perspective, she's not gonna deal too much damage. So yeah, 9 out of 10 due to the fact that she have a pretty good support, and I think no problem. It's not too hard to get in a way, but like one thing for sure, she's a really good for a fist team lineup. It's not that bad. She can heal, she can debuff, and also if you get this, no problem, then she can heal when a wave starts, which is not that bad at all. It's pretty good. So yeah, it's really nice. Wow, I actually kind of surprised for it. So if this is one of the better SR out there in my opinion. Cause like a damager is not gonna be consistent. This why the SR problem with the stats. Cause like even though the SR sometimes have a really good damaging ability, but with a kind of like a meh stats, then the damage is not gonna be consistent. But for a support, you don't really need a damage for her. You need just put a Memoria that increase your character HP, then she good to go. She can heal you, and also she can debuff the opponent. And it's not for a long term. You can possibly get all the copy of Farah, so you can use her on fist team a little bit more efficient. So it's not bad at all. I like that. So yeah, it's one of the SR that I think was pretty worth it, I guess. So yeah, and also before I basically end the video, because basically that's it, I'm possibly just gonna talk about kind of like, is it this character worth or not, more than like kind of like just a rating. Because in my opinion, I still recommend you to just use the SSR anyway. But if you want to use an SR, I possibly just say is it worth it or not. For both of this character, actually, I guess it's pretty worth. It's not that bad, honestly. So yeah, if you missing a lineup for a win team, he is not that bad at all. So yeah, it's still bad, but it's not too bad. So yeah, Kyle. So it's pretty worth it, I guess. For Farah, if you need a room for Earth, she's a really good character for an SR. Really fulfilling for his skills, because like core of her ability is pretty decent and pretty useful for your team party-wide buff. So yeah, party-wide kind of like you can debuff, then debuff is much better than a single buff to you only. So yeah, that's why. And she can also heal one ally, and yeah, there you go, it's a budget healer. So that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this video useful, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'm gonna make more Tales of Crestoria video, and I'll see you all then. Bye bye.